Picture this. You and your partner get into a disagreement about what to do over the weekend. One of you wants to lay low and one of you wants to go out. You're not able to come to an agreement. There's some name calling, some slammed doors, feelings are hurt, and each of you withdraws into your own corner to lick your wounds. Hi viewers, and welcome back to Bestie. Every couple fights, period. If you're not disagreeing with your partner from time to time, your relationship is probably not as alive as it could be. But the main difference between couples who thrive and those who struggle is that the couples who thrive know how to make up after they fight. And in today's video, we'll tell you the best ways in which you can make up with your partner after a fight. From cooking them a meal, listening to them with an open heart, being generous, hugging them, to handwritten apologies, we're talking all that and more. Number 1. Apologize. Being right doesn't absolve you of your responsibility for getting back together. Talk about what you're feeling and admit to feeling hurt or vulnerable. The two of you may have to treat each other with extra kindness during this time, as it can still be painful to be together after a fight. This is also a time to identify why exactly you had the fight. A blanket apology is not the way to solve a problem and make up with your partner. Too often, we say, "I'm sorry," and then expect to get back together and everything to be the way it was before. But trust has been breached, and one or both of you may have trouble feeling safe in the relationship for a little while. Acknowledge that and respect it. Who's the first one to apologize after you have a fight with your partner? Is it always you? Tell us down in the comments below. Number 2. Cook them a meal. A survey revealed that 88% of people in healthy relationships believe that cooking can improve communication among partners. Around 92% of people find cooking one of the best ways to show love. Just give it a try. Even if you're not even a basic cook or someone who never likes to deal with ladles and pans, do it to charm your partner. Take help from the internet and call your mom. It may not turn out to be perfect, but will surely melt the heart of your angry beloved. Number 3. Be generous. Respond with as much generosity as you can muster. Give as much as you can of what they're asking for. You can ask them something like, "Seeing it the way you see it. I can understand how you would feel that way." And be sure to follow through with an apology. "I'm sorry you were scared, hurt, or felt alone." Because we really don't want our partner to feel scared, right? Use that as your big picture cue. Your partner was in a position where he or she felt something was uncomfortable enough for them to be upset. Find the part of yourself that loves them and never wants them to be hurt, and operate from that position. Number 4. Don't drag past things out after they've been settled. Although the dust may have already settled after a fight, it is likely that your emotions are still running high. So maybe you're tempted to exhibit passive-aggressive behavior. You appear to comply and act appropriately, but actually, you resist passively and behave negatively. Such behavior will only prolong the nastiness, whether you do that consciously or unconsciously. Probably every now and then you're still gonna make some remarks on the fight that has already ended, and maybe you're just joking around. Surely, it's not that you don't need a sense of humor to be able to joke about unpleasant things. But you have to be aware that both of you are still more or less sensitive after the intense fight, so your joke may not be interpreted in the right way at that point. Number 5. Show your partner that your love for them is more important than the fight. How you do this varies. Someone may need a hug after a fight, while another does not want to be touched at all while they're still angry. It could be a gesture, a smile, or just the words, "I'm ready to talk whenever you are." Or smilingly, "Wasn't that a blast?" The worst thing you can do is try and win a standoff by outlasting the anger and emotional distance. Show that you're able to get past the anger and work on being a couple. Number 6. Listen to your partner with an open heart. Making up after an argument requires that you set aside your own viewpoint and try to see the situation from your partner's perspective. No matter how difficult it is, try and listen to what your partner has to say without jumping in and correcting them. Listening to another person mindfully without interrupting, without judging, and without feeling the need to establish right and wrong is one of the most loving, caring things you can do for someone. And doesn't your partner deserve to feel your love and care? When you're interrupted, it basically means that the other person is saying, "I'm more important than you are. My viewpoint has priority." Interruptions cause problems in communication, although neither party realizes why their interaction has become obstructed. Number 7. Be honest about what you're fighting about. If you've realized halfway through the argument that you might be mistaken, but the momentum of the argument keeps you fighting, confess this to your partner. If you think that maybe the fight you had was not really about the dirty dishes but was instead the result of some other unspoken resentments, get that out on the table. But beware, recreating the argument over and over again is not going to solve anything. If you can't resolve it all, maybe you could just agree to put it behind you and move on. If you want to rekindle your love, accept that differences are not necessarily a bad thing. Number 8. Let go and don't hold a grudge. Often, tension is caused after an argument because we don't want to allow ourselves to let the disagreement go. When we sit in silence, we quite often continue to justify our own side of the argument in our minds. Remember that neither arguing nor holding a grudge is worth your time. You can make the decision to choose a positive mindset, even if something annoyed or upset you, or if the argument hasn't been fully resolved. Let it go. It's never as important as you think it is at the time. In the grand scheme of things, your happiness and the health of your relationship are much more important, and they will thrive if you don't let every negative experience get to you and cling to you. Forget it and move on. Number 9. Break awkward silences with a positive topic of conversation. Don't let the post-argument awkward silences go on longer than they have to. The longer it goes on, the harder it is to break out of it. The best thing that you can do is take a deep breath and pretend nothing's happening. Pick a positive topic of conversation or make small talk. It may seem slightly false and awkward to start for the first few minutes, but anything is better than the awkward silence. You'll be surprised how quickly your conversation will revert to the norm. Number 10. Try a change of environment. It's easy to remain steadfast in the exact same physical position as you were when you were arguing. No one wants to be the first to make a move into continuing with normal life. Bite the bullet and suggest a change of scenery. Perhaps go to get coffee or out to dinner. Often a change of environment, especially a more social environment like a coffee shop or a restaurant, will immediately change the atmosphere between the both of you. Number 11. Hug your partner. Nothing says I care for you like a nice big warm hug. The person being hugged instantly feels protected and loved, and that's exactly what you want to relay onto your partner after a fight. A simple hug will let them know that you still love them the same way, and the relationship is more important to you than any stupid argument. It might be hard to come up with nice things to say after you spent the last few hours verbally assaulting your girlfriend, so hugs can come in handy. Don't force it though. Some people might need a little time after the fight to cool down. Bide your time. Hugging a raging partner might just result in burns. Want to know if you're in a healthy relationship with your partner? To know, watch this video titled 10 Signs You're in a Healthy Relationship. Now, back to how to make up after a fight. Number 12. Handwrite an apology. Love and ego can't be together. If you're serious about your relationship, put the ego aside and send your partner a sweet, romantic, old-fashioned style note. It's not who first tried to mend the mess, but it's about your relationship, which should be free from ego clashes. A love note will certainly make your partner smile and feel loved. Write your heart out on a piece of paper and pass it to your consort quietly. Don't forget to explain why you want to end the fight and how important the person is to you. Be around your partner while they read the note. Number 13. Bring up an old and fun memory you both share. To get back to a place of peace, another effective method is just reminding yourself of the happy memories and the best moments that you've shared together. Just thinking about these moments will be enough to rebuild your affection for one another. How often do you fight with your partner? Is it difficult to make up with them afterwards? Let us know in the comment section below. Enjoyed this video? Hit like, share, and subscribe to Bestie. Wait! What kind of bestie would we be if we didn't tell you about our other awesome videos? Go ahead, choose the left or right video and enjoy.